going on, folks? I'm Renegade. I'm again sitting here in my garage that I'm working on. Now, funny enough, it's actually about 12:30 at night and I'm doing a little work just because I couldn't sleep. Just not tired yet, so I figured I'd do a little bit of work. But this video might span a couple days because of the time and everything. But yeah, back to work in my garage. And I've done a lot of work already. And a lot of it I didn't show you guys because, frankly, it's boring. It's just me going through a bunch of stuff and throwing things out. I wanted to show you guys a little more of the meat and potatoes of the garage build, so to speak. Yeah. But let me just show you guys how much work I have gotten done in terms of clearing things out. I think you guys will be surprised because I know I was. Okay. There is enough room for a motorcycle and for me to work on it and work around it and walk all the way around it. Check this out, ready? You guys don't understand that to me, this is amazing. Like, I can walk around it. Now, things are a little tight just because of things being still needing to be gone through. Check that out. Like this is unheard of in this garage. The bike, by the way, is my 2006 Yamaha R6, which I will be doing work on soon. It's I brought into it a little bit of work, but no time. Yeah, so I'm doing some work on the garage, clearing it out, making it so I can actually walk around and I can work on things and I can get to things because, well, if you saw one of the previous videos about the garage build, it's not something I've been able to do. Today is a little more about the planning and the organization involved in the garage. Now, as I've mentioned before, this is a little tricky for me because this garage is the house garage, which means I'm not only using it as my garage for working on motorcycles and working on cars and stuff like that, but I'm also going to be working on the house out of this garage. So it has to be able to function for both. So although I would love to keep certain things right out in the open where I can get to them, they might have to get stowed a little. I have to plan for both. It's tricky. But at least, since I know that's the plan, I can do that as the plan, and we're all good. Now, because of the space also, I mean, this is a small garage. All right, I'm not gonna be able to fit a car in here. I can tell you that right now. That I might be able to fit a car in here, like a small car. Maybe my sister's Beetle will fit in here. But the 240 certainly isn't gonna fit in here. And even then, it's gonna be really tight. Like, I'm probably not gonna be able to work on it, type of tight. So it's gonna be mostly for keeping motorcycles in and working on the motorcycles. And I can work on things here and take them out. Now, because of how tight everything is though, I have to plan and do everything in a specific way. For instance, behind this really big, nice US General tool chest is a cabinet. You can barely see it from where I'm sitting. That's a little better. You can see it right there. Well, the tool chest takes up a lot of space. I don't really have the space to put it anywhere in this garage and not block anything. Luckily, the tool chest is on wheels, so I can put it there, blocking that cabinet, but if I need to get to something, I can just wheel the chest out of the way. So I'll just put lesser used stuff in that cabinet, so I don't have to get to it as much. Things like that, very useful in the planning process. Unfortunately, a lot of space is taken up in this garage. Just because, like I said, I've got a whole bunch of stuff for the house. Now, I've got lumber to be used on different projects in the house, here in the garage, because there's no way to put it in the house. I've got tools to use for that woodworking stuff. I got a table saw, and a whole bunch of routers and sanders and all sorts of fun tools. Also, because this is the garage for the house, and I'm on well water, our well pump, our capture tank, and expansion tank and the hot water heater are all in this area. Right there. I can't really move them. I have to deal with that. At some point, I'm probably going to close them off just so that they're not in as much danger. Even if it's just a temporary wall that I put up, just because I don't like them being right there where I can essentially hit them by accident. I don't want any accidents happening. There's a big gas line right there. And gas line, I don't want that leaking. We don't want boom, not like that. But this is all part of the things that, you know, need to be. So sacrifices need to be made in certain areas, and then I have to take certain luxuries in certain other areas. It's part of the whole thing. So if you're working on building your own garage and, you know, it's a tight area like this, it's something to keep in mind. Like, watch your space. Plan for your space. Plan for what you are going to be doing out of that space. Like, I love the pinball machine. It's cool as hell. I'd love to have a pinball machine in my garage. But it takes up too much space and it can go somewhere else. Still be used. And I can utilize that space better. The first thing I think I'm going to do, so I've got this cabinet here, and you can see how right now it's full of chemicals, and then right above it is a bookcase, or a shelf anyways, for books, you know, shop manuals and stuff. I keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it. Haynes manuals, worth their weight in gold. This is your automotive Bible. I've got one for the R6, I've got one for the Maxim, my XJ, the 240, and some other books too. Gotta have these. These are required in my garage for my vehicles. I gotta find a better place to put that, because one, it's blocking a window, you can tell, and this is just a little cluttered, so I want to try and clear it up and make it less cluttered. So I think that is going to move. Plus, if I get it farther away from the working stuff, it won't be in as much danger. I don't want anything hitting those books, and all of a sudden we've got no books and fire. Yeah. So I'm gonna move that. So it's the next day. Got a little late last night, and then frankly my battery died because I never remembered to charge them, because yeah, why would I do that? So yeah, a lot of work is going into the garage right now. A lot of organization, a lot of weeding out and going through and etc, etc. Yeah, it's a lot. And of course it's one of many things I'm doing, because naturally why would I only have one project in the works? So I'll take the moment to apologize for the sweatiness and all that, because frankly I've been working all day. It's mid-afternoon, almost evening now, and I've been working since like 9 o'clock this morning. Yep. So the next project I wanted to do, as I'm planning everything out, is I'm looking at things and going, I'm not happy with the way that looks. What do I mean by that? Well, those cabinets need some love. They're old, they're filthy, they're covered in stains, and frankly, they're, well, to be honest, that's 1950s green. That's 1950s kitchen green. Now, why do I say this so specifically? Because that's exactly what these are. These cabinets are not garage cabinets, they're kitchen cabinets. They're actually from a company called Youngstown Kitchens. And if you do a little research on them, you find out that these cabinets right here are from the 1950s. Well, I dig that, that's cool. But they need some love. And yes, I'm 100% sure that's what it is because that's what the logo says on the badge that I took off. These cabinets need some love. So let's paint them. So I was walking around doing some shopping earlier and I went to my local Tractor Supply. I know, it's a little strange saying this, but take my word for it. If you've never been to a Tractor Supply company, go to it. Because it's not quite what you would think it would be. Frankly, when I heard we were getting one locally, I thought it was a bit much. And, you know, I mean, my neck might be red and my collar might be blue, but I ain't exactly, you know, a good old boy. A little too rock and roll for that. But I went in, I checked it out. They actually have a lot of cool stuff. They got tools, they got hardware, they got all sorts of stuff for your yard work if you're doing yard work. And animals, if you've got big animals you take care of, even big dogs. But I was walking around and just kind of checking things out. And I stumbled across an aisle with paint. And it sparked a thought in my mind. So I got some. Actually, what I have is an industrial paint. And I don't think it's meant for this. But oh well. What I have here is tractor paint. Why not use tractor paint, right? The theory here is that tractor paint is going to be extremely hardcore. It's going to be very resilient. And I mean, you figure it's got it, right? I mean, they put it on tractors for a reason. It takes a lot of abuse. Well, these cabinets, although they shouldn't take as much abuse, they're still in a garage. They're still probably gonna take a lot of abuse. So, yeah, tractor paint. Why not? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep these cabinets to paint them. And we should see a big difference in this garage, just looks alone. So, what do you guys think? I think it's a vast improvement over what there was. And just to make it look that much nicer, I mean, that looks sharp now. And yes, I even resprayed my chair, stool thing. It needed a little refresh and to not look so decrepit now that the cabinets look nice. Now, of course, why did I do this while I'm in the process of organizing everything? One is because I couldn't properly get to it if I was already, you know, organized and everything was already moved in and all that stuff. This allowed me to paint it before I can finish organizing all my stuff into the cabinets without messing anything up while I'm painting it. Because like I said, that's tractor paint, so it's not going to come off that easily. Two, doing that allows me to think more and plan more for where I want things to be. Because I'm weird and I think visually. So I want to be able to plan everything where I want it, where it's going to look good, where it's going to function well, everything like that. So this to me is a small step. Case in point, I also painted this cabinet, which is actually going to end up being where I store my paints. Because that's going to be red, just so it matches everything. It allows me to think, okay, where do I want to put it? I'm thinking back there, next to the white cabinet, which will also get painted. It's gonna be the perfect place. See, because when I start getting hands-on with things, I start thinking about where they're gonna go. I only have so much space in this garage, and I gotta figure out where I'm gonna want everything. So now I can think more. I can plan more. I got the big US General tool chest, which is gonna house most of my hand tools. That's great, and I think it's gonna stay right about there. There's a cabinet behind it. They'll have to move that tool chest to get the stuff, but I can live with that. That whole cabinet system. Got the cabinet above it, which I think is going to become the chemical cabinet. I think this cabinet behind the US General chest is going to end up being my my cleaning supplies, because I use them less, so they can be tucked back there and not be, you know, it won't be an issue. Under here, besides the pachinko machine, which is actually going to go inside, there's a stack of tires. I'm thinking that is going to get moved. Allow for some storage or chest under here. That cabinet is full of parts. That I think is going to stay like that. I'm going to put the paint cabinet there. These guys have to move. My shop press, my bench grinder, my table saw, they're gonna have to find a home. I've gotta go through this tool chest. I might actually end up separating it, taking the top part off and sliding that bottom part under the cabinet, which is over there, or under the counter rather. Yeah, it's such a mess in here, it's hard to actually show you my whole planning. All this wood is going to get moved because it is of use to me for housework, but it's just in the way there. So the grand plan is going to be that this stuff is going to get moved, and I'm going to put it back in here with the other wood that's there. Thing is, right now, as you can see, so that, there's a B230F motor there. Actually, there's another one too. I got two Volvo motors back there. Now they're gonna have to find special homes. Well, one of them's gonna find a home. The other one, I've got a special project that I want to do with it. That'll happen on another video. I don't know when. Hopefully soon though, because it's kind of in the way. So I might do that project to clear up that space to be able to move the stuff and the. Stay tuned. And then obviously the pinball machine's got to find a new home. And with that space, I'm thinking I'm gonna use that space, maybe put a cabinet in there to hold like my riding gear, and also I can put, you know, I'll have a space that I can designate for my safety gear, my gloves, my respirator masks, my goggles, stuff like that. So that they have a designated place and they're not just kind of like hiding and bouncing around. So I know that this seems like a lot of fragmented bits right now in my whole planning process, but that's kind of the way I think, and that's kind of the way I do things, at least something this big. Just don't, you know, keep in mind, the garage project is happening while other projects are being done in the house, including a big one that I might talk about soon. We'll see. But every little step helps me in some way, even if it does seem fragmented. I'd love to sit here and rip through this garage all in one go, but I can't, unfortunately. But I got a lot of cool stuff coming up real soon, so if you like the video, remember to hit the like button. And if you're looking forward to seeing more stuff, you want to see more of these videos, either the garage build or some of my vehicle projects or any of my life videos, whatever I'm doing, remember to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. This way you can see it. YouTube's algorithm, kind of funny. But yeah, nice new paint job on the cabinets. Looks gorgeous. Planning for where things are gonna go as I shuffle things. Yeah, I gotta clear out all this crap so I can move everything. Oh, and in case you're worried about the red paint that I got on the floor, don't worry, because I plan on redoing the entire floor too. That'll be a whole another video. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked how it came out. I think that looks choice. Until next time, guys, y'all keep rocking and rolling. I'm going to keep taking care of business. I'll see you in the next one.